Did I scare you? Were you looking at what you were looking at? I scared you, huh? And I'm snowblind, snowblind, snowblind. I told you. We got it. I don't know. Some of these drifts are up past Stacy's knees. It's pretty deep for me, but in some places you can see the ground, so I'll rack it up as a maybe about 5 inches, 5-6 inches. So what we got to do right now is clear this driveway. Phew. Here comes the sun. It's blazing. Yep. We got a little bit of snow. We got a couple passes done on the driveway here. I'll show you guys what's up. Before we got the snow, we had to pick up, you know, a good inch or two of ice. So on some of this driveway, man, it's hard to see. Whew. Shoo, doggy. So with some of this driveway, there's a lot of ice on it. So what I like to do is try to get a little bit of the gravel showing, and with the sunshine, it'll start melting that off. Not too bad, not too much snow, but you know, just enough to cause you some troubles. And down here, it stays real icy. This is where the water builds up and that pipe froze on me. This is pretty icy right here. But I got it good enough now where we can get in and out, so let's go take care of the neighbor. Okay, we made it over to the neighbor's house. And real quick here, before I do this chore, I thought I'd talk to you guys about why the Amish don't really like the heavy machinery, the modern machinery. And I'm going to talk a little bit about history because I've been kind of looking at this stuff lately. And then you guys can leave your comments down below on what you think. Most of you guys have been around here for a little while. Maybe some of y'all are new, right? My wife and I, we left the city life 12 years ago. And we basically have been living like the Amish for the last 12, almost 13 years, okay? We use the oil lamps, we heat with the wood. I actually use the rainwater 100%. A lot of them have the wells, and a lot of them do use the rainwater. We grow 90% plus of our own food. And so we've really grabbed hold of their lifestyle and adapted it to our kind of modern life, right? And I would always ask too about modern machinery, and I see how they operate with modern machinery in the community, but not in the community. And maybe I'll explain that to you a little more in depth in a different video. But one of the beliefs that they have, and what I found when I was studying history, is that idle hands are the devil's workshop, right? So if you have a machine like this, and it was something that enabled you to get done with your job, your chores, a lot faster, right? If you didn't have anything else to do, then you would have all this idle time so you could get in trouble, okay? And that makes perfect sense, trust me, perfect sense. Just think about all the times when you're not really busy and keeping your mind focused on things that are productive, you can start slipping into things that are non-productive, right? And even turn yourself into a bad person because you have too much idle time, right? Maybe some of the problems in America is not enough discipline and not enough going on, right? No big jobs to go to. Everybody's just kind of slacking around, laying around. And that's another reason why we left the city 13 almost years ago, is I had a lawn care landscape company, and to get people to actually go out and do physical work and man up was really a big chore. So I kind of saw the handwriting on the wall. And I just decided I was going to retire when I was 40-something years old, and that's what we did. We sold everything. We built the log cabin, and, you know, we've been up here doing all this stuff, learning hands-on, you know, getting our education on, digging in, having mentors, and that's what we suggest that you guys do so you can live your best life. Because for us, I can only speak for us, it's been fantastic, right? So that's one reason why they don't like the modern machinery. And I was looking back on some history of it all, and what I found was that was a big concern back then as well, because you know, the community would all come together and they would thrash together, and they would, you know, cut down the wheat together, put them up in the mounds in the fields together. And then as the machines started being introduced, that kind of fell apart, right? People were just at their own place doing their own thing a little bit more. So that's one thing they have to look out for. And one thing I really love the Amish, what they have done is really maintain community. You know, when there's a problem, the community really pulls together. It's kind of like what we're developing here on our YouTube channel and our Facebook and, you know, our social media stuff, is we're developing community of like-minded folks so we can help teach you guys all the stuff that we've learned over the last 12, 13 years to save you some of the headaches and bumps that we went through. And so you guys can get out there, be a little more self-sufficient. Henry Kissinger once said, and you can go look this stuff up, control the food, control the people. So think about the last couple years in America and where you think we might be going now, and maybe if you've been on the fence about this lifestyle, maybe you're going to jump onto it. But again, it's not the machinery that's the problem. Pew-pew. Some people will understand that. But it's the person, right? Because just because I have the machinery now doesn't mean I have to stop maintaining my community connections, right? So I'm over here at the neighbor's house. I'm going to turn and open this gate so the cows can get over here to their next round of hay. They actually found that other bunch of rounds, if you guys are following along. So I guess it took them a second, but they're going to be excited to see this one. But I just wanted to share that with you about the Amish and their philosophy behind the machines, and you know, how our own country reacted to the induction of this heavy machinery. So, but it has made my life simpler. Not really simpler, but it has made my life a little easier, and I have been less reliant on the outside, right? But I'm still part of community. That's the trick. All right, let's go get the gate open. Now, some of you guys are kind of new around here, so you don't know that I mean, when I say we've been living like the Amish, I had a team of Belgians I was plowing and disking and hoeing the garden with, and I got Smokey, you know, that's my buggy horse. I actually still have a buggy, I had two of them. But, you know, we ride the horse and buggy and everything. So just because now you're seeing me introduce this modern machinery, you know, I'm just doing it because I'm getting a little bit older and I don't have a bunch of kids. And I have my community that I have developed is getting older physically around me. So I'm just making preparations, aging in place. Maybe one time I'll talk about tractors versus skid steer. Maybe you should leave a comment down below if you want to hear about that. Man, I got the wind blowing on me. You hear it? And the snow blind, but I'm almost to the fence. Come on, girls. I'm opening up the gate. Come on, girls. Yeah, come on. We're over here. Yeah, come on. We're over here. Oh yeah, baby. Come and get the goodness. That's how we do it. And then we just take the chain, wrap it around those two right there, and then that creates their little walkway till they can get out to the pasture. Back home now, and as you can see, get a little sunlight on there, and that gravel will start showing. It's already melting off pretty good. Still some slick spots. I'm going to show you that other spot I showed you earlier. See that right there? Look how much that opened up since we've been gone. That's pretty good. Now let's go see what Molly's doing. Molly, what you doing? Oh, Molly's got a deer hoof. Did you find a little some treat for yourself? Oh, she likes it. Oh, she likes it. Oh, yeah, she likes it. Oh, she likes it. Well, did you have that in the hide somewhere, huh? Oh, she likes it. Oh, she likes it. Oh, she likes it. She's a good girl. All right, now I'm in the greenhouse. We got a little stuff to do out here, a little prep work to get ready to grow 90% plus of our own food. I love that stuff, man. We never really grew food before. And then we got out here and we started with like this little community garden when we were in town. We left our big house and we moved into a 1-bedroom apartment. In that little apartment up the street, they had this little community garden, and we tried that for a little bit and it was terrible. And we couldn't even manage one little bed. And then we moved up here and we started with a 10,000 square foot garden. With I had the team of Belgians out here and everything. So when I say we've been living like the Amish, it's no joke. But that was too much of a garden for just 2 people. So me and Stacy have incorporated the raised bed gardens, and it has a nice aesthetic to it. Produces all of our food. And then I built this greenhouse, which needs a little bit of work. Some of the boards have moved around and stuff. You know, this is when I was just starting off with my building and learning how to build. And I just kind of shucked it together. I mean, it's doing okay, but there's some spots that I would need to address in here to make it real nice. Well, that's it for today's little lesson. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the talk about the Amish and why they don't like the modern machinery. And you know, each community is different. The bishops all have to get together and agree or disagree on what goes on. But for the most part, you won't find heavy machinery in the Amish neighborhoods. They'll have English people that'll come by and do some stuff for them. Some people allow the English to maybe bale their hay for them. But our community is a little more conservative and they don't really go for that. So every place is a little bit different. All right, I got a little work to do out here and some work to do around the homestead. Appreciate you guys stopping by after the snowstorm. If you got any questions, leave them down below and we'll see you guys maybe on the road this year. We're going to have a lot of places we're going to be at. We're going to be at Dr. Leo. I will be at Dr. Leo's workshop. I'll leave a link down below for you guys. There's only like 10 spaces left. And that's going to be a really great hands-on workshop at his place down in southern Missouri. Then after that, let's see, what do we got? In Tennessee, we're going to be at the Homesteaders in a weekend. How you can homestead in a weekend. You're going to have a crash course like a boot camp. And I'll be there teaching about sheep, and Stacy will be there with fermenting, and they have a lot of other great people there. You can go to homesteadersofamerica.com and check that out for the Tennessee event. And then we'll have our event in Hannibal, Missouri at the Homesteading Life Conference. So that's another good one you can go to. We only have 400 tickets available for that, and we're halfway sold out. It's very intimate, hands-on. We have a lot of great speakers. I'm not unwrapping them just yet, but man, I'm excited about this year. It's a whole new lineup, right? And then, let's see, we've got the Homesteaders of America. We'll be there this year in October. That's always a good time. About 5,000 plus people come to that one. So there's a lot of chances for you guys to get out and get around people and learn these skills and ask the questions, you know, build community. And then also, you know, we'll be at Layman's sometime this year, probably in the fall, laymans.com. And that's always a good time. We go there, and it's a real small event, and we kind of hang out with you guys and check out the store and everything. So, all right, roosters are crowing, and I got to get going. So we'll see you guys on the next video. If you got any questions, leave them down below. Smash that thumbs up. Would you help a guy out? And if you're not subscribed, maybe you want to do that so you can learn all these tips and tricks. See you on the next video.
Did you guys know that in the 16, 17, and 1800s, chocolate was consumed as a beverage? There was no such thing as a chocolate candy bar. Well, we're bringing chocolate tea back to the 21st century because it's loaded with antioxidants our body loves, and it's a great source of magnesium that's wonderful for bone and heart health. It's a great addition to your coffee machine or your French press, or just along with your favorite sweetener. You can find it at offgridwithdougandstacy.com, along with our brand new tea infuser, simple to use for easy steeping. Cheers!